football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. That is not the way you want to start, with the kickoff going out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Motion from the wideout. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wayne, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Finds his tight end. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing his mitts up there, catching the football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Takes it on the shovel. Brings it to the open. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Wants to keep it in the air. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Splits the uprights. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
The Longhorns offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This guy is lightning fast. You see him come out of the break on the slant. QB got it to him early. What a weapon.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better?
And the rush will get to him at the 20. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Here's the pressure. Had to get rid of it quickly. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and chains. The Seminoles will hustle to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Bobo. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Horns up and ready to hold them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. Catching stride inside the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles are on the move. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bobo. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Here's a heat. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field. Unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Oh, he missed it. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
To the air on first down. The screen, and watch out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Going to swing it on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Kamara. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Zings it complete to the right. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Open space at the 25. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Longhorns line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
The Longhorns trying to cash it in on first and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. First and goal for the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Trying to get it in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Give to the single back. A collision, and he's stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Pierre Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag. It's just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Turning it on! They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Motion from the back. On the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The give on the option. Touchdown, Noles! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Crosses the 30, he's going. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Man, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Finds us back in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got a man, it's Kamara. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Right back to the well. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Longhorn! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Noles will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drop.
There he goes. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. Still running at the 40. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's it fly. Working on the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Pulls and fires complete. At the 40, there he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Wide open downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Here comes the heat. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. You can grab. But you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go. He did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. He's in open space downfield. And they're able to get him on the ground. And the Noles moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on third. Skips away from pressure. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Harris. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up.
Just plowing ahead. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On third down, he drops to throw. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Seminoles want to move quickly.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
He's got an open man. And the big gain, and they've got it. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in them. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Longhorns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Runs for the tackle. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him,
And the ball's free in the backfield. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They'll immediately call timeout.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under fire. And that ball is live in the backfield.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got his man downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And as he throws, missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The misconnection leaves him with a 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing